everyone, it's Kris here from Minerva, and on today's sew along we are going to be sewing together McCall's 7325. It is designed for light to medium weight woven fabrics such as gauze, voile, or crepe de chine, but today we are going to be using our exclusive viscose fabric. So come on, let's get going. Here are the supplies that you will need for this sew along, and you could find everything on our website. I will leave links below. So first off, we have this gorgeous viscose. It's called Enchanted Vision. It's the Minerva Exclusive Viscose. Look how beautiful those colors are. You will need your pattern, white thread, universal sewing needles, don't forget about your Minerva tag, and some pom-pom trim. I've chosen this lime green trim to bring out the green in this beautiful fabric. Alright, you're going to need 2 upper fronts, two upper backs, two lower front and backs, and you're going to need 2 sleeves. The first step that we're going to do is we're going to take 1 upper front piece and 1 upper back piece and match them at the shoulders, matching the notches, and pin them in place. Now you're going to sew the shoulder seams together with 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. And you will do the same thing for the facing piece. Match the shoulders together, matching the notches, pin it in place, and sew at 5/8. Next, you want to make sure that you marked this stitching line onto your fabric so it will make it easier when you're at the machine to see exactly where you need to sew. Now that our shoulder seams are sewn together and pressed open with the iron, you are going to lay your top piece down and lay your facing piece right sides together, matching the shoulder seams, matching the center front, center back, and you're going to pin in place, and then you're going to stitch around the entire neckline at 5/8 of an inch and make sure that you follow into that V part of the front neck. Here it is all pinned in place. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to sew around and follow that V point where I marked out that stitching line and back around. So this is what it looks like when it's all sewn up, and now we are going to trim it. And now we're going to cut down the center. Be careful not to cut into the stitching line. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to understitch the facing. This will ensure that the facing stays to the inside of the garment. Now you're going to turn everything to the right side and you're going to give it a nice press, and that facing's going to lay nice and flat on the inside of the garment. Next, you're going to pin up the sides of the top and you're going to baste the facing to the top together. Now that we have the top basted, we could put the top off to the side for now, and we're going to focus on the sleeve. So there is a small dot right here and another dot right over here. What we're going to do is we're going to run 2 lines of basting stitches along that sleeve cap. Here are the 2 lines of basting stitches, and now what we're going to do is we're going to pull on the top 2 threads gently to gather the sleeve cap. Now what I like to do is match that center dot first. I'm going to place a pin there. Then I'm going to match the smaller dots on the ends, and I'm going to gather it into the sleeve so I know exactly how much gathering I need to do. Now I'm going to sew a basting stitch, and then I'm going to sew a regular stitch, and then I'm going to take it to my serger and serge the edges. So next you're going to take your sleeve pieces right sides together, line them up with the square and the circle, and you're going to stitch in between the square and the circle. So this is what it looks like when it's all stitched between the square and the circle. And the square is going to act as our side seam. So now we're going to put this off to the side, and now we're going to take our lower front and our lower back pieces, and we're going to place them right sides together. And we're going to pin them in place. And just right here, I wanted to make note that I finished the edges of my fabric with my serger. And now you're going to stitch along the side seam at 5/8, and you're going to do that to both sides. Now you're going to insert the lower front and back inside the shirt so they're right sides together, matching the side seams, and you're going to adjust your gathers at this time to make sure that those side seams are fitting and gathering in between those markings of the small dots. Now that it is pinned in place, we are going to stitch all the way around at 5/8. So I went ahead and used my serger to finish up that seam, and now we are on the final stretch of making this top. It's time to hem and add our pom-pom trim. So with the sleeve piece facing up, right side facing up, I like to use this side of the pom-pom trim as my wrong side. I'm taking a seam gauge, marking it at 5/8. I'm going to pin the pom-pom trim at 5/8 away from that raw edge, and also 5/8 away from the edge of the slit. I'm going to start right there. And now we're going to pin in place. Now you're going to fold up that raw edge to match that stitching line from when you stitched the pom-pom trim on. And next we're going to fold it one more time and pin in place. The last step is we need to do a narrow hem on the sleeve slit. Now stitch around the slit. And there you have such a stylish summer, fall, winter kind of top. Pair it with a pair of tights like I have here, or style it with a pair of shorts and you're good to go. A beach cover up, a blouse for work. This is a very versatile pattern and I hope that you enjoy sewing it and wearing it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to join the community at Minerva and sign up for your account, and you could see all the makes, you could post your makes. It's just a very inspirational community to be part of, and we would love for you to join us. Thank you.